esta es la segunda vez que hacemos Spain Fusion Texas. Es un lujo participar en esta actividad del grupo Vocento Gastronomía. Precisamente aquí nos sentimos pioneros, nos sentimos verdaderamente que estamos abriendo un mercado.
Texas reúne varias condiciones, hay alguna similitud cultural, es un estado que está en plena efervescencia y por eso decidimos pues, venir a Texas a tratar de mostrar pues, los productos y la cocina española aquí.
They love products that they come from people with soul, passion, and the concept of doing something that is really artisanal and high quality. That is a lot of Spanish products that we have.
They know our products because Spain is a very touristic country, but at the same time, for example, on my part, that is the Ibos. So when I talk with them, they are very interested in how to use them in the kitchen.
We have produced like a masterclass talking about rivers, mountains, and sea, about Spain, and they didn't expect so much complexity in terms of wines, and also I'm trying to explain them that section of premium Spanish wines that is something new in the market.
This product is always a stopper for the people. Just, it's a huge image of the Spanish culture, gastronomy. So the people ask how to carve it, how to preserve it after opening. And they ask why it's so special.
They get very shocked that this comes from a can. And so I explained this is an old tradition of high-end tinned seafood. So people love to taste different things, even if they don't like things like octopus or squid, they really get adventurous and they're like, oh my God, this is so good, then I'm gonna try something that I thought I didn't like. Let's see if I like it, and everybody loves it. I have not heard one person that says, I don't like it.
First, there's the explanation of what Spanish tortilla is, and that it means omelet. De patata, a potato, right? So first is the education, and then second is the tasting, and people are enjoying it. And by the way, the Texans prefer onion.
I love the mixing of the education piece with tasting as well, because for a lot of events you get the education piece or you get the tasting, and this is nice that you have a mix of both and allow people to kind of mingle as well, or if they want to sit down and enjoy the education.
That was incredible to have their influence, their knowledge, while you're having your own experience.
Every flavor, every texture, where it's from, where it originated, everything. So it gives you that real culture experience that you would miss just going to a restaurant and ordering it, not really knowing.
Obviously it helps our business the more people understand Spanish cuisine and the products that are used in Spanish cuisine.
The Spaniards have such an emphasis on food and wine in their culture that when something is Spanish, when you see it at just the grocery store we have in the States, most of the time it's going to be a superior product.
I think the products from Spain are just phenomenal. Very high quality, always very tasty.
The highest quality. I mean, just wonderful products. Everything that I've had has been amazing.
Wine is involved with lots of products, so it's great to kind of get a whole landscape of the gastronomy and elements of Spain, along with Spanish wine for myself.
They've enjoyed all the cheeses, the wines, the ibérico ham is probably one of the hugest hits. I think the surprise have been a little bit of the seafood, canned seafoods, because that's probably something just not as typical in terms of their pantry or their knowledge base. So I think that was probably the newest aspect. In terms of the evenings, I think they enjoyed the ambiance, the rice that I cooked, the paella, as well as the overall products.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing was just being able to see that there are other people that are interested in bringing that type of food and that type of culture here to Houston. I actually thought that there wasn't a lot of that. So seeing other restaurateurs coming in, listening, trying to incorporate that into their everyday process is beautiful.
It's been excellent. Everything has been very top quality. Everyone's been very friendly as well, and really has just been an excellent event.
This is the most well put together event I have ever been to. And I do a lot of events. I do media for wine and food festivals. I do media for wine conferences, and this is right at the top.